Okay, so a few days ago, I was working on my headlights. I have HID headlights, and I took all the wiring apart. I'll go show you real quick. I took all the wiring apart, like that go to them. I took them off, or I took my headlights off and took all the wiring apart, and figured out that the dude that owned this before me had the voltmeter and the air fuel ratio meter gauge. The gauges were hooked up through just two wires. Like the two gauges were hooked together, spliced and hooked together, and then hooked up to just two wires which ran directly to the headlights, or the headlight, and it was cut. The headlights were cut, and then those wires are ran in. And I took that off. I took the gauges off because obviously I gotta run it to the O2 sensor and everything. And then I'm gonna use the voltmeter one, or the battery one, the volt. I'm gonna use that for my system. So I'm gonna have two wires running when I put it back up. I'm gonna have two wires running, or actually three wires running straight to my amp, so I can tell how many volts it's at. And I actually just checked it, and when the car is off, it's at 12 something, like 12.1 or 12.2, and then when it's on, it's at like 15. But yeah, but anyways, so I took that apart and I messed around with the intake and everything and the wires and stuff a little bit, and I just noticed this. I don't know if you can see that, but there is no check engine light on now, which is pretty cool. So now there's no check engine light, so which obviously was like the O2 sensor or the fucking, I don't know. I'm not all big on cars and working on them. I mean, I like them and all, but like I'm not a mechanic or anything. But so I got that to turn off, which is, you know, a plus. The headlights should be working better now, but I'm gonna do a little bit of wiring in there and stuff, and then put the gauges back up there and hook them up the right way. The wires run into the O2 sensor and everything, so it actually tells me, you know, my air fuel, if it's lean or rich or whatever. But yeah, so that, luckily that was that, so there's nothing too bad with the engine, I guess. But that's it.